What's good, Street Nation fam? Welcome back. I'm Reese Crack, and today we're going to take a look at the Focal Alpha 50s. We're going to get straight into it. When I first got these, I was absolutely blown away. Everything I have ever mixed before sounded horrible. I can instantly tell every flaw. I wanted to mix everything over. Everything I've ever done. Every beat, every song, everything. I was immediately mad at my JBL 305s for deceiving me for all these years. But let's back up a little bit. When I first got them, the highs, when I first got the Focals, the highs were a bit harsh, bright, and kind of unpleasant. And the manual recommends playing the speakers at moderate volume for a break-in period over the course of 20 to 30 hours, or over the span of about 2 weeks. I tried to play. I played music through them to burn them in at night, and then I used them during the day. But it still took maybe 2 or 3 weeks before the highs really mellowed out and kind of disappeared. When I got the Focals, I got them with the isoacoustic stands, and let me tell you, the sound sounds like it's coming directly out of the speaker. I mean, it sounds just so pure coming out of the speaker. It's hard to describe. Now, back to the JBLs. I immediately wanted to get rid of my JBLs, but after a little bit of experimenting, setup, and changes, I were able to use the Focals to help better tune in my JBLs to where they're running at their best. So I ended up switching the isoacoustic stands to the JBLs because the JBLs benefit so much more from the ISO stands. And I used the Aerolex pads that I had on the JBLs on the Focals. Now, the Aerolex pads versus the ISO stands on the Focals changes the sound, but in a way that I actually prefer. On the ISO stands, the bass or the low end was a lot tighter versus the pads. On the pads, the bass is not as tight, but it seems to fill the room more. It seems like it has more body or torque behind it, versus being tight and kind of in your face and kind of punching you in the face with the ISO stands. With the pads, it's more body, and it fills the room to the point where it almost seems like I have a sub on low, and there's just a sub underneath my desk, and it's just a low end rumble just coming up. And the low end on these is absolutely fantastic, especially for a 5-inch monitor, but especially when you compare it to something like the JBLs. If you're looking to get the Focals, I would absolutely recommend them with all my heart. You will not be disappointed. Before you buy new monitors, though, I would suggest that you purchase isolator stands or pads for your current monitors and really go through with setting them up. I had to slide my desk further away from the wall. I had to bring out a tape measure, make sure everything was exact down to the T to make these JBLs sound great. But they do sound great. So I can't get rid of the JBLs at this point. I'd rather keep them for a second monitor. But the Focals just bring a clarity, especially when you're doing EQ. They just bring a clarity that I just couldn't hear with the JBLs. It's just mind blowing. I feel like everything I mix now from the Focals just sounds top notch professional. Well, not top notch, but yeah, top notch professional, and it translates from A to B to C to D. And in my experience, that's the first monitor that I've ever worked on in my studio that I was able to absolutely 100% of the time, it translates. So if you have a problem with getting your mix to translate, you're just looking for more of a polished professional sound, I would recommend these. Also, we don't sell at most places right now. Very good price on them. So check them out. Don't have any affiliate links. So if you stayed this long, appreciate it if you thumbs up, give this video a like, and subscribe for more.